This Father's Day, we hear from a Springdale man who took action to become a better dad for his kids. After years of battling his 330-pound weight, Jacob Lively found it harder and harder to keep up with his 3 young children. That's when he turned to the Arkansas Heart Hospital to make a major change. 5 News reporter Morgan Wrigley has the story.
Okay, it's time to make the decision and do something about this.
Jacob Lively says he struggled to lose weight for years. It was riding rides on a family trip to Disney World that brought him a wake-up call.
That moment whenever I was in that seat and I couldn't fit, I was like, okay, I know my son's gonna wanna ride this ride one day, right? And I wanna be there to be able to do that for him.
Lively says he knew this time he needed a permanent change. That's when he turned to the Arkansas Heart Hospital and found he was a good candidate for bariatric surgery.
And he said, this is a really smart move for you, your age, you're gonna bounce back really quick. And so we talked about it, we prayed about it and said, hey, this is the right call for us.
Since then, Lively has dropped from 330 pounds to 210. That's a total of 120 pounds down. He says while the journey wasn't always easy, it allowed him to become a better husband and father.
When you're carrying around an extra 120 pounds, it's hard to go chase them in the front yard or throw them up in the air, but now it's like I'm just gonna be so much more present.
Lively's wife, Gracie, says it was a positive change for them and their kids.
When you can see your parents being active, it kind of sets that example going forward, and that was an example that we wanted to be able to set for them.
The Lively's add, at the end of the day, only you can make the decision to create a healthier life.
I don't know how long I'll be on this earth, but I do know the quality of life that I want to have with my loved ones while I'm here. And so ultimately that decision is something that you have to make, and I know the Arkansas Heart Hospital would be welcome to have anybody that wants to make that decision.
And sometimes that means putting yourself first.
This was a step for me to make that decision to put myself first and do what I need to do to get right so I can be the best version of me for my wife, for my family, for my kids.
In Springdale, covering news where you live, Morgan Wrigley, 5 News.